right, so first thing, just remember, first name, introduce yourself.
In the camera?
No, yeah,
you. Okay. Tanner Robertson, I'm 17 years old, and my little brother has ALD.
Adrenoleukodystrophy, or ALD, is a deadly genetic disease that affects 1 in 18,000 people. Now, it most severely affects boys and men. And this brain disorder destroys the myelin, the protective sheath that surrounds the brain's neurons. And these nerve cells are what allows us to think and control our muscles. Now, most cases are usually found in childhood, between the ages of 4 and 10 years old. And some of the symptoms include blindness and deafness, seizures, loss of muscle control, and progressive dementia. This relentless downward spiral leads to their death or permanent disability, usually within 2 to 5 years from diagnosis.
He can't hear, and he obviously can't see at all. So trying to do anything that you want to do doesn't exist because you can't explain it to him.
What's it like being friends with him?
I like when I hold his hand, and I like when I play with him.
How do you guys play?
We go in the hallway and we play together.
What do you guys play?
We run left and right, and we hold his hand, and sometimes Parker's run with us.
I try to make Parker's best day every day, and that's gotten a little harder now since he's totally lost his vision and his hearing. But I have sat him at his table with all of his best guy friends, and they've been by his side the whole time. My name is Lindsay Tipton, and I am Parker's kindergarten teacher. I see Parker every day, and it's been really hard watching him go downhill every day.
It's essential to diagnose ALD as early as possible. You see, currently there are 2 available treatments for the disease, Lorenzo's oil and stem cell transplant. But the problem with these is that they only work during a very narrow window, either before the symptoms develop or very early after their onset. And once the disease has progressed and the symptoms have become too severe, there's no way for the doctors to replace the lost myelin that's happening in the brain.
Like he lost his sight first and his hearing. We don't know what will be next. Each boy that gets it affects them differently. So he may lose his ability to walk, he may lose his ability to talk, he may lose his ability to eat, he may start having seizures, and then he's going to die. I'm still praying that he doesn't, but that's kind of the way that's what it does. There's no way to stop it. If you find out before a symptom starts, which is why there's so many people pushing for the newborn screening.
So if you open up your browser and type into Google, Aiden's Law petition, the second link will take you to the newborn screening petition. There you can sign up and sign your name to get this law passed. You see, Aiden was a young boy who got diagnosed at the age of 6. His parents noticed he was having trouble seeing things, and they just assumed he needed glasses. He was misdiagnosed several times, and 11 months later, he was gone. It all could have been prevented, however, had it been caught early, and that's exactly what this petition is trying to do. And signing for the petition is really easy. All you need to do is put your first name, your last name, your email, your street address, and your zip code, and then you sign. It's really that easy.
I want everybody to know what it is. I want it to be on the newborn screening panel. I want people to be aware of it. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of childhood diseases, but there's treatments, and this one doesn't have one unless you know about it. So it's just huge for me now, and I think that's another part of the thing that's keeping me strong through this, is to raise awareness for it and to make it, the bills are out. The bills are there for them to pass. All they have to do is pass those bills to make it mandatory in every state that newborns are screened with it. And then that way, you can start to save their lives. The doctors can't come up with the cure because they don't have long enough, because once their symptoms start, they die within 6 months to 2 years. There's not enough time for them to get what they need to come up with the cure. And the only way they're going to is if they start the newborn screening panel. And to me, that's very important, so that no other families, no other little boys have to suffer.
Everything's changed. You just, you know, you have to take into consideration, which is something I was not good at, but on this, I've gotten better. But, you know, it affects me one way, affects my wife one way, affects everybody that touches him in a different way. So to say that it's about me is not true, because there's been a lot of tears shed over this child, and people have real feelings.
If you can say anything to him and he could hear it, what would you say?
I love you. And I want to look in his eyes. That's something I want to do. Because when we started on his side, that's what I was hoping for. I want to look in his eyes. I want to look in his eyes and tell him I love him.
That's simple. I love you. That's it.
I would tell him how much I love him. That's all I would tell him. That's it. That's all he needs to know is how much I love him. And I hate that he can't hear me say it now. I know he knows it, but I hate that he can't hear.
What do you say we do something about this? By going to this website, you can then sign the petition and make sure that every baby is screened so that no family has to suffer. Together, we can make a difference.